There's two different ways of selecting things to delete them. And one begins in the left corner. So if you click once in the left corner, you'll notice that it gives you a command there or a query. It says specify opposite corner or, and then it has a drop-down menu that you could use, but you don't need that. And so what you can do is draw a blue box there, click again, and everything in there is selected. If you hit delete, it's gone. If you don't want to delete it, you can hit Command Z and it'll be back. Now, one thing you should know about the blue rectangle is that it only selects the things that it completely surrounds or completely encompasses. So you'll notice that this one here, I only went through. I did not completely encompass it, so it's not selected. So here is your other tool. It's the green rectangle. And so you start from the right side. Click once and then draw through it. And you'll notice that this time it did select that circle even though I drew through it. So those are two tools that you can use in order to delete things. Or select things. And then you hit the delete button, delete key to delete them. The next thing you're going to want to do before you start with anything is that you're going to want to change the unit precision. So down here is a command box. And if you type in units, what it does is it brings up the drawing units dialog. And what we want to do is we want to set this precision here. The precision is way too precise. We just want to set this to 2 decimal places. And then we are okay. We'll make sure that everything else is the same. Decimals, inches, yes, yes. And there we go. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to begin our first drawing. So we'll always have a reference drawing that we can use. Mine is going to be over here, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to do something called a split screen, which is going to help me be a little quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and move it so it's about half of the window. And then I'm going to take this one. I'm going to do the same thing. About half the window. Now I can see both at the same time. We don't need any of these tools here, so I can click this double arrow here and make them disappear. And now I'll have more room for what I need here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this basic shape, and then we'll dimension it afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my line tool. And I'm going to start and make my first line, which is 2. And then I'm going to come down here, which is 1.
I'm going to come over here to 4, go up 1, go over 2, then come down 5, come over 2, go up 1, come over 4, go down 1, go over 2.
And then go up and complete my box. I hit escape, and that makes it disappear. So what I can do now is I can zoom in on this, and I can start to dimension this. And once we have our dimension tool, what we can do is we can just go from point to point, and then we can drag down. Now, you should notice that this has too many decimal places as opposed to this. So what we have to do is we have to change the decimal place precision for our dimensions. Now, we've already done it for our measurements, but this is going to be something different. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to come to the dimension style tool, click that, and you'll notice that it gives us the style manager. What we want is standard. And so anytime we want to make a change in here, what we do is we come down to the little gear, we click that, and we click modify. Right? And what it does is it gives us many different options here. So what we want to do is we want to go to primary units, and we want to see precision. The precision that we want to see is going to be 2 decimal places. There'll be other things that we change in here from time to time, but for now, this is going to work. And then we'll hit close. Now you'll notice that that hasn't changed. There's a couple of things that we can do. We can close this drawing and reopen it again, and it should update. But the other thing we can do, obviously, is just delete it. And we delete it by selecting it. Clicking delete. And then when we come back in here, we'll see that it is the same. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to try to keep our dimension nice and neat. So let's keep it so it's pretty much in line there. I'll actually want to go from here to here. And then go from here. And then we can do the whole thing. Okay. Now that looks very good. So what we want to do is we want to export this as a PDF. So again, we come up to File, and we go to Export to PDF. And you'll notice that what it gives us is our PDF, but it's kind of tucked away in the corner there. The reason why is because we have made our working space here very small. So what I can do is I can actually make the working space normal sized again. And then I can zoom in on this, having it fill up pretty much the whole entire area. And then if I go to File, Export it to PDF, you'll notice that it is much bigger now. And so what I can do is I can just hit Save as PDF. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to change this to a different name. So, and now we have our Brax model first drawing PDF. And that is how you use the line tool, the dimension tool, how you change unit precision, and how you change dimension precision.